Good evening everyone, my name is Tarunpal Gandhi and in this particular video we will be discussing about education in architecture in India. So stay tuned with us and watch the video till end. Education in architecture. Introduction. We define architecture as mother of all arts. Art cannot really be separated from the most practical consideration. Architecture is the process of thought to visualize, to conceptualize, and to learn the flow of thought process in evolution of designs. In today's technological advancements, information technological growth and scientific innovations, art and architecture has become very complex and sensitive. A creative person finds many ways to express themselves. These expressions are seen in different forms of art and craft. The architectural education provides a wide base for the people with a good expressional value. Famous monuments of the country are the greatest examples of the work of the great architects. The architect is the person responsible for the layout of these enormous structures. These structures include the designs of the township, commercial buildings, house designs, and many more. Thus, along with the wide scope of architecture courses, this field also includes a lot of responsibility. Career prospects. With the country's current growth in industrial and economic activities, there exist wide employment opportunities for architects, both in public and private sectors. A qualified architecture can work with government organizations like central and state public work departments, housing and urban development corporations, municipalities, city development authorities, state housing boards, etc. They are also employed in industrial ventures, consultancy, and private architectural firms, teaching institutions, real estate development firms, etc. The most privileged scope in the field of architecture is private practice. Scope of architecture courses and its benefits. The biggest benefit of the architecture education is that it gives a wide scope for a creative skills of a person. While being creative, the person also learns to manage the resources in which he or she is supposed to fit the plan of the work. The scope of architecture courses gives a promising career and opens many doors of opportunities towards a successful career. Various branches like landscape designing, township planning, interior designing, naval architecture, and constructional management compile the course of architecture. The scope of architecture courses has nearly touched all the aspects, thus making this industry exciting and glamorous. Architectural education in India. Construction is one of the fastest growing sectors in Indian economy. In the last few decades, our economy has witnessed hectic and massive construction activities. New structures have been raised and townships have evolved. All this has importantly led to creation of avenues for those interested in making a career in architect. Architects are the licensed professionals trained in the art and science of building. They are involved in all the phases of building construction, such as the functional, safety, economical, and have to satisfy the needs of its occupants. They are responsible persons for planning, designing, and supervision of construction works for houses, office buildings, skyscrapers, landscapes, and even entire cities. Councils of agricultural, architecture, and Indian Institution of Architects have key role to play so that status and future of architectural education in India could be properly monitored and chiseled out in the rightful direction. And in the coming new millennium, we hope to be equipped and geared with now advancement in technology along with awareness of vernacular architecture in which India is proud to be on top. Personality traits. Good health with good eyesight. Keen observation, rational and pragmatic approach, creative and originality, analytical and mathematical ability, dexterity in drawing and sketching, proficiency in geometrical modeling, keen desire to update knowledge of latest development in structural techniques and materials, good understanding of legal and financial matters, ability to issue clear instructions and explanations to teammates, clients, and contractors, good perceptions of social and psychological attitudes, and an authoritative personality. These are the personality traits a architecture should possess. Architectural education with technology. Therefore, architecture is actually an expression of human experience in the creation of usable spaces. The physical enclosures which defines a space is the structure, and the medium required to build the structure is material. The expression of technology can be defined as the technique to develop a structure involved to define a space conveyed through a medium of certain materials reflected in the building form. Therefore, the education of architecture should respond to the technical growth and needs and requirements of the people and the availability and affordability of materials. Architectural is an expression of human experience in the creation of built environment. Technology is incorporated to develop a physical disclosure exploiting the intrinsic properties of the material. As per the requirement of the people and discovery of new materials, technology has adopted itself during the past. Primitive shelters of early nomadic hunters barely advanced beyond the simple type of hut. Egyptian and Greek monuments constructed of tall stone columns and beams had constraint of short span, which necessitated a close spacing of columns, with Roman developing the use of circular arch and distinctive expression of the same permitted larger spacing. The beginning of the 18th century was marked by the advent of industrial revolution, resulting in the change of social, political, and economical infrastructure. The need and requirement of the people for larger public buildings, railway, station, bridges, industrial sheds gave rise to the use of new appropriate material like steel, coal, etc. Maybe in rural context, the use of locally available materials and local construction techniques give rise to economical structure as per people's need and requirements. But in urban context, having scarcity and high cost of land, the high urbanized growth and impact of population inflows has given rise to a greater and serious concern to very effective, functional, and utility-bound spaces. The people's need and demand for large spans, more floor area spaces, high-rise buildings have given rise to development of new technological advancement of use of high tensile steel and suspended structures. Therefore, keeping in view the observation and considering as explained, it is suggested that the teaching process method should follow the evaluation process invent of the technological system, material application in various historical moments and periods. Students of architecture must have the field taste, use, physical and chemical taste of the material so that the same could be correlated and should become inbuilt process thought in evolution of design. So this was it for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos like this in future. Thank you so much. We will be coming up with this type of videos in future as well. Thank you so much.